fuck.
Close enough. I'll figure it out.
It
Okay,
works.
welcome to the Distant Friends podcast. It's been what, like
Months. Multiple
a month,
months.
multiple
Quite a
months.
long
Not a,
series of absence.
probably what, 4 months or something like
I
that.
think so.
I think I can check.
Because it was before I started the school semester.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last one that we uploaded.
It was 4 months
I think
ago. It was New Year's.
quite. Yeah, it was quite literally New Year's. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's been a hot minute, so I guess we can update everyone on what's going on with our lives.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to
Alright.
go first? Because yours is more entertaining than mine is.
You can go first. Fuck it. I'll save mine if mine's that entertaining to
Well, I
you.
mean, it's just I've had nothing happen since New Year's, and I mean, I'm about to graduate, but that's really about it. I've had no life-altering, life-changing experiences besides I'm going to finish my undergraduate degree, and that is it. And I'm going to go to grad school and hate myself.
That's it.
That's literally it. Like, nothing else has happened.
No. Yeah, since New Year's happened, I started the spring semester for my school, and I made it about not even halfway through. I don't think. I don't even think I made it halfway through the fucking semester. I'm trying to remember. The cutoff date, like, to drop everything without having anything show up on your transcript was the 26th of January. Yeah, that's not even close to halfway through. I don't even think that's 1/3 of the way through the fucking online semester.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's almost June. It's almost halfway through the year.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that long ago. Whatever.
Yeah.
Queen shit, honestly.
I don't know. For me, it feels such a long time ago. Like, it feels like I dropped out, like 2 years ago already. But, like, nope. I dropped out again, ladies and gentlemen. Second time's a charm. You know what's really sad, though? I was texting Kyle. Audience reference. He's my best friend. I was texting him, and I was driving through around here. There is I live in Wisconsin, obviously, and I was driving through UW Whitewater, which is one of the University of Wisconsin schools, and it was some place I was actually wanting to attend. And I told him, "Damn, what if I just like went back to school again?"
For the third time. Round 3.
Listen, I'm just saying, third time's the charm for most people, and maybe, just maybe, like, what if I did go back to school, what if I just went to school and did nothing else? Like, no job, nothing like that.
Are you
I
able?
just go to school.
Are you able to do that?
I don't think so anymore.
'Cause, I mean, that's what I did this
if-
semester, except I had saved up money from the previous semesters to be able to not work.
Well, here's the thing. So back in 2020, when I first went to school, right, my parents had just sold the restaurant, and they were millionaires. So back then,
Slight flex.
well, the thing was like, they wanted to put me through school, and they could. They
Damn.
could afford it. But, you know, it's been 3, almost 4 years. Needless to say, they don't have millions of dollars to just throw away anymore, and they're retired. They don't have jobs, so, you know, they're running money down. They gotta go back to work at some point before
Gotta go back to work.
Yes, that's how much fucking money they go through.
Damn.
Fucking expensive ass bitches.
I need a
But
financial advisor. Like, Jesus Christ, millions.
my dad is a financial quote unquote advisor.
Yeah, okay.
He likes to say, yeah, he likes to say he is, but he's really not. But yeah, I don't think I could really afford to just like go to I don't know. Like I said, if I went to like Whitewater is known for having really good tuition and board stuff. so it's a lot cheaper than most schools, especially in the UW system. I think it's the cheapest of the University of Wisconsin schools, but I don't even know what I would go to school for. That's the number one, listen, the number one thing I will say that I struggle with school is I fucking hate general studies classes.
They're terrible.
I don't give a fuck about math. I don't want to go to school for math. I suck at it. Why the fuck am I taking a college algebra class when I don't need it? That's the one thing I do not like about school.
It's apparently an American thing. I watched this other video where this girl was talking about, it was a podcast thing, and this girl was talking about, because she's from Australia. She was saying how, because she goes to college here, because she plays on our basketball team, but she's from Australia, and she was saying how in Australia, you like decide what you're gonna study in college, like your junior year of high school, and then you take tests to see if you can go to college, and then once you like pass the test to go to college, you just study that. You don't do this general education bullshit.
God, I fucking wish. Because the thing is I was even looking at like just general like community college, 2-year college, associates, whatever the fuck, technical colleges, and even with it, I'd still have to take like general study classes. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care.
I mean, I was taking general studies up until this semester. I was finishing my general studies courses this semester. So, they last, I mean, a lot of people get them out of the way, but I just spread them out. So, I mean, I guess it's my fault. But, like, that's how long it can take. It took me 4 years to finish, like, general studies and my actual studies.
Right. Like, you can either be like you and spread it out over 4 years, or just, preload it your first 2 years, but then you have to basically sprint to the finish for the next 2 years.
Or you can come in with, like, those AP credits. I didn't come in with any, but, like...
I was gonna say, the only AP credits that I have, because my dumbass was like, I'm gonna go and do only AP history classes, not... My dumbass was like, yeah, when I first went to college, I was like, yeah, I'll be a teacher. I didn't choose fucking history as my general education that I was gonna do. I picked English. I didn't have any AP English credits. I didn't take any AP English courses. Because those fucking things suck in high school. AP English sucks dick in America.
That's why I didn't take it. Like, I don't know how it works for you, but, like, at least in Virginia, like, when you take AP classes, you have to do, like, summer. Oh, only for AP English, you have to take, like, summer. You have to do stuff during the summer, and I was like, nah.
No, yeah, that's how it is here, too, because I had a bunch of friends who were in AP. It was AP Lit and AP Lang. And for both Lit and Lang, they both had shit to do over the summer. And I was like, God, no. Absolutely the fuck not.
But, I mean, I took AP courses, but I never took the actual AP exams. So I took them for, like, no reason.
Well, I know, because, well, it fucking sucks because they cost, like
I'm
$60.
Sure
really? 60? Because here in Wisconsin, I thought it was, like... I need to look it up. AP U.S. History test cost. Because I thought it was like $90.
I think ours was like 60, but I can't remember. It was 4 years ago. And like I didn't even take them, so.
It's about $35 per exam according to the College Board. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. Because it did not just cost me $40. This one says 95. That sounds more closer.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a lot closer to what I had to spend on my A-Push one. You know what I got on my A-Push? I got a fucking 2.
Damn.
And that was during COVID, dude, where I can cheat on it. I was so embarrassed. I did so good in the class. I had an A+ in that class, and I got a fucking 2. But yet my junior year of high school, I took AP Gov. I got a C+ in that class because I didn't do any homework, and I got a 5 on the test. Do you know how pissed everyone in the class was at me? when I came back my senior year and was like, yeah, I got a 5 on the test, even though I got a C fucking plus. God. AP classes they're such a joke. Like, they help in some regards, but, like, otherwise, I think they're fucking worthless.
None of them I took were helpful at all. I mean, I took AP Calculus, AP Government, and there was another one, and none of them were helpful.
I was gonna say, government wouldn't have done anything.
Government was a
calculus.
joke. Like,
I'm thinking about, like, you know, the requirements. Government wouldn't count for anything, I don't think, like, coming into it. You know what did count that I was really happy? My AP Psych credit, and then my college credits.
AP Psych.
They counted as the psychology course that you have to take, and then it also counted as human diversity and inclusion, whatever credit, when I started at ASU.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. And then, you know what I also took that I don't think a lot of people, I don't know, like, did you have AP Human Geography offered at your high school?
Not that I know of. I don't think we had Human Geography, so I don't remember.
Because we didn't have Human Geography as a base class. AP Human Geography is basically like a mix of socio-economical everything, and like infrastructure. It was like everything. It was so weird. It wasn't necessarily history of any sort. It was just like learning about people and how they live and where they live and how that affects other people and how they live and where they live. And I was like, holy fuck. I actually really enjoyed that class. But that counts as, every time I apply for college, that counts as like the human diversity thing. So like a lot of times I have like those humanities stuff done and I don't have to worry about that, which is nice. But my other shit, like my government credit, that doesn't do anything on college applications. They don't fucking care. It's fine. It's fine. But like I said, general studies, I fucking hate it.
Everyone does. They're stupid.
But if I just went to school, no job or anything, even if I had to deal with general studies, maybe I'd be okay. And I'm talking like, when I talk about going to school, I mean like I am on campus, enriched in the college atmosphere.
Yeah, no, because online classes, I personally hate them. I do so much better when they're in person.
Yeah, when I first went to college and I was doing like hybrid, where I'd go in person and then do online for others, that sucked. That was miserable. And I literally lived right across the street from the campus. Like, I could walk to the campus. And then I'd have to just sit there. And I would literally, no joke, I would sit in the campus library and do an online class. Like, he's literally sitting in the classroom, like, down the hall, and I'm sitting in the library doing class with him, because that's what we'd have to fucking do. We couldn't just do in-person class, which, you know, it was during the pandemic, so understandable. But I really like in-person classes. That's why if I did school again, I told my dad, I was like, if I do school again, I'm not saying that I am. Let me make that perfectly clear. I'm not saying I'm going to fail a third time immediately. But if I do, I want to be enriched in the college life.
I want to join a frat.
I want to be in a frat or a sorority. I'm going to do... No, I don't know. Anyways, dropped out. After dropping out, I shit you not, literally right after dropping out of school, I moved back in with my parents. So that was a good time.
I don't think I could ever move back in with my parents. I love my mom.
Well,
but
you know, my like relationship with my parents isn't bad or anything like that, but there's a reason why I moved out 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, my relationship's not bad with them either, but it's just that now that I've lived on my own for 3 years, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to be at home.
Honestly, when I first moved back in with them, it felt weird, honestly. Yeah. the best way I can describe it was like I was suddenly like returning to a familiar environment. Like it was my childhood home. Like I came back to my childhood home and it felt so strange because I grew up in that home, this home I should say, for what, 17ish years, and then I moved out and I was away for 3 years. And then I came back and it didn't feel like my childhood home. I just felt like I was like this outcast, even though it was just me, my mom, and my dad in this house. That's it. So that felt strange. But now that I've lived here for a couple of months, it feels fine. Like it.
You just have to get readjusted to it,
like it
used
just,
to it.
It just feels like I'm back home again.
You know, it could not be
And
me.
my parents,
I don't want to move back.
you might have to.
I might have to if I don't get accepted into the tax master's program.
Are you doing Text Master program?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
Were you doing someplace else or?
Yeah, there was there's another one that was like an online one, but I ended up finding that Tech has one that I can do, and I was like, oh, I'd much rather just stay here. And so I applied, and I have to wait for. I have one more professor who has to put in a letter of recommendation, and then they'll review my application, and we'll see. So I'll probably hear something back in like next month.
That's good. Do you have good academic standing? Are you on the dean's list?
I am on the dean's list.
Oh, you should get it then. You're fine.
Graduating magna cum laude.
Woo! No, I think you should. No, you
No,
should
I'm not worried about it. It's just about waiting. So.
Yeah. I don't know. So what? I dropped out, moved back in with my parents. What else is on my list?
Those are my list of terrible things that have happened since we've last done this. I got hit by a car.
I have not fulfilled any of my New Year's resolutions at all. I haven't finished a book. I haven't finished a fucking video game. Like, I've stopped going to the gym. But as soon as I got back home with my parents, I was going to the gym for a while because it was like just a way to get away from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit like a really bad depressive episode and boom, gone. Gym, no more. The other thing is so I go to Planet Fitness,
mm-hmm.
and where I live, there is a singular Planet Fitness. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's downtown. And I live 40 minutes away from downtown.
Oh no, fuck that. Like, it's not worth it.
Like, I want to say there's like 3 Snap Fitnesses around where I live currently. And I have thought about like dropping my Planet Fitness and just spending the extra money for Snap Fitness, but I don't know. The only issue with going to gyms around here is that I have to deal with old childhood friends.
Yeah, people you know.
People I know. Going downtown, there weren't people that I really knew besides people that I've met at work, which, you know, was also whatever. But yeah, all my New Year's resolutions, broken, non-existent.
I don't even remember mine. I know one of mine was something to do with the gym. I'm still going, so check. I probably had something to do with reading because I had last year's was something about reading.
I think it was read a singular book without it having to be involved with school.
Nope. I've actually read 3 books required for school since that time. No, I don't know. I read so much during the semester when I'm not in school. I don't want to read, so it's probably never gonna happen. But we'll keep it there. We shall see.
I started reading a book a couple of days ago. Like I like reading. It's just I have a really hard time doing it now. When I was younger, I could read super easy, but now it's really difficult. But I did start reading a book. The only issue is the book's like 800 fucking pages. So maybe I should have picked like a
smaller book.
A smaller book.
Like a Magic Treehouse.
Yeah, I loved those books when I was a kid.
But Judy B. Jones type book.
I mean, I like the book so far. I'm good 50 pages in, so just seven 750
750 to go.
remaining.
Yeah, multiple
That's
months worth
fine.
of reading to go.
Um, let's see. Ah, I had a failed situationship.
I can't say
I
shit.
think
So
that's. I think that speaks for itself, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I.
No further explanation really needed.
Yeah. It was a couple of months of basically a relationship,
Without the
pretending it
label,
wasn't. Yeah, pretending it wasn't.
which also annoys the
And
fuck out of me, but that's a whole nother.
oh, it annoyed the shit out of me too. Obviously, we talked about it multiple times. Um, and then kind of went down in flames, and then we talked,
Then the
and
phoenix
then
rose
it
again.
went, and then it went down in flames again, and now we're back to being friends, and I think it will hopefully just stay that way because otherwise there's a good chance I could be fired from my job. That is how bad it went.
Your life is way more exciting than mine.
I wouldn't. Let's be very clear here. It's not exciting. It's very
I
unstable.
mean, unstable, but like at least something's going on. Damn, I
It's
ain't got
at
shit.
least something happens. Speaking of my job, I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast at all, but I work at Starbucks. I'm a slave to the siren, and I finished the Starbucks Coffee Master program. So I am one of the few partners in the United States, and I say few meaning like there's not
Hmm.
millions of us. Um, one of the few partners in the United States that gets to wear the black apron that says Coffee Master on it. And I actually have learned a lot about coffee. It wasn't like one of those things where I kind of joked like, oh, like this is just like schoolwork to learn like basic coffee shit, but I actually learned stuff from it, so I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean,
And
you just learn
now
like,
I'm
I mean, obviously you learn how to make coffee, but like,
um it's set up in it's basically 3 blocks. So there's coffee level 100, and that's stuff that you learn when you start being a Starbucks barista. Like that's part of training, like learning how to make drinks and stuff like that. That is level 100. Level 200 is a little bit more in depth kind of stuff, so going a little bit deeper than what you're taught as a basic green bean. It's kind of talking about like the intricacies of coffee. So like the aroma of a coffee, the taste of a coffee, the feeling of coffee, the acidity, etc. It teaches you about like how to brew coffee. So like the ratio of coffee to water, you know, the grind of your coffee, how you prepare it, how you store your coffee. And then there's level 300, and it's split into 3 sections, and you have to do all 3 sections, and you have to pass all 3 sections in order to be certified as a coffee master. There's brew, I think it's brew and roast, which talks about all the different Starbucks coffees. So like when you go into like a grocery store, you see like the different types of coffee that says Starbucks on it. So like the main one that we're known for is Pike Place. We have like our blonde roast, which is Veranda. We have espresso roast. Talks about all those and how they originated and like what they are, what they taste like, their flavor profiles, blah 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 blah. I like how I'm literally just explaining what the Coffee Master program is.
basically giving me the coffee master program for free. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need Starbucks to send me my black apron real quick.
The next part is ethical sourcing, which talks about all the shit that Starbucks does in terms of sourcing their coffee beans. They actually do quite a bit. I was genuinely surprised. As much as people like to shit on Starbucks for having shitty coffee, they do a lot to source their shitty coffee. And not only are they doing a lot for their company, but they're also doing a lot in general for coffee makers, roasters, farmers all across the world. I'm genuinely surprised.
Damn, I hope we getting paid for this ad.
Uh, I do not. I will. Let me just. I should put a disclaimer. I do not support. I don't really support Starbucks. I think their coffee is overpriced as shit, and they will charge you for literally anything. Any sort of add-on, you're getting charged for it. Anyways, the last part
Suddenly,
that
Claudia
you
lost her
have.
job. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm waiting. You know, taking a side note from the Coffee Master program, quite literally, I have thought about making, I guess you could call it a video essay. I wanted to do like a video called The Starbucks Experience and just talk about Starbucks. So, like, I'd give like a brief history of Starbucks and all that. Then I would talk about like me working at Starbucks, so my personal experience, and then highlight other people's experiences and like basically expose Starbucks. But the issue is I obviously still work at Starbucks and I don't want to lose my job. So
Talk too much shit, you might lose your life. Starbucks gonna clip you. Like,
exactly. So I was like, and the last part, oh, my bad. One of them was, so it's ethical sourcing. There's roast and blend, which is learning about all the different ones, and there's brew and craft. And brew and craft talks about brewing coffee, different types of brewing, grinding, also flavor profiles, smelling profiles, and basically how to be a coffee connoisseur. And I completed all those, and I got my black apron, and I got some pins.
sheesh.
Yeah, I know, I'm pretty baller, am I right? Honestly, like I said, I actually did learn a lot from the program. It wasn't just like useless information. I learned a lot about coffee in general that I can actually use in other jobs if I want to be a barista still. So it's not god awful. And it was all free. Like, I didn't have to pay for anything either. For the old Coffee Master program that Starbucks used to have, you used to have to pay for some stuff. And I don't have to do that. So
It's a meal's
I'm
worth
not
it.
complaining. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I got a free fucking black apron. And if I ever end up making that video, I can flex that I was a coffee fucking master. Barista, shift leader, and coffee master. I'm barista trainer too. I've gone the whole 9 fucking yards besides being a store manager. But yeah. That's really all that's happened. Like, nothing crazy has happened. I mean, I stopped taking my meds for a bit, and then yeah, hold on. I stopped taking my meds for a bit, and I'm back on them, but that's really about it. Maybe that's why it burned down in flames for a little
Yeah, maybe
bit.
that's why you're depressed.
Probably.
Correlation.
Correlation? More like causation. I would never. Yeah, maybe that's why I burnt down for a bit, but I'm back on them. And what am I looking forward to? You have grad school. I'm looking forward to turning 21 finally.
True.
So I can legally be an alcoholic. I've been sober for a couple weeks.
Cannot relate.
I'm doing pretty good. I've been sober for a couple weeks now.
I don't even drink that often, but it's fun.
I think I should be a social drinker. I'm an
I
isolated
mean,
drinker
I'm
at
only
this
a social
point.
drinker. We just go downtown and drink ourselves to death.
I feel so awkward drinking around people. I don't know why.
I feel awkward when I'm not drinking around people. Social anxiety.
I don't like doing shots. Fun
Oh, I
fact.
mean, you don't have to do that. I only do shots when I'm like, so like we usually when we go downtown, we'll pre-game at like somebody's apartment, and that's the only time I ever do shots when I'm just trying to get like tipsy or drunk, so I can go to the bar and look at all the bad bitches and be like, damn, she bad, and then never talk to her.
Yeah, everyone does that though, whether you're drunk or not. Yeah, so yeah, when I come down and if you see me just being like, no, I don't really want to do shots, that's why. Shots make me feel icky, and I don't like the feeling of immediately being drunk.
Wait until you
like,
have a
not
rail.
even drunk, but like not like I don't like feeling wasted immediately, if you know what I mean. Like that weird. I don't know.
But when you
I
come
don't
down
like
here,
that feeling.
we're probably gonna go to like every bar down here. But
That's fine.
we're going to Tots, and whenever you go to Tots, it's a like ritual. You have to try a rail once, and it is the worst thing you'll ever taste in your life, but it does the trick.
Is it a flight of shots? Like, is that what it
It's about
is?
6 shots. It's about
God.
6, and I don't know what the shots are of, but the entire drink is a mixture of just a whole bunch of stuff. Like
Oh,
they
that's
just
fucking
mix
rancid.
a whole bunch of stuff together. It's about 6 shots, and it comes in like a pretty big cup actually. Like it's not a small drink. Like it's a pretty big drink, and the I guess the most I've ever been drunk was I had one and a half of them, and that ended up with me throwing up in the parking lot. So
One and a half of a
yeah,
rail?
one rail, and then I had a half another one, and
Is this a drink or is this a flight of shots? So like a set of
oh no,
shots.
it's a drink.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, no,
drink.
it's a drink, and like it comes in like a cup,
Oh,
and
then I have no. I will gladly drink one of those.
wait 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 till
If I had to
wait till you
take
taste it.
individual shots, no.
Wait till you taste it. Uh, it so I don't even know how to describe. Like a lot of people say it tastes like Fireball, but that is just not true. Like
No.
the only the
Fireball,
only thing
no.
the only thing it has similar with Fireball is like you get that like
There's probably
burning
Fireball in it.
aftertaste. I mean, there's definitely Fireball in it. Like it's like everything's in it, but
Ugh,
it's
that sounds.
extremely strong. I don't recommend drinking more than one because like I said, I had one and a half. Also, that wasn't. I didn't do it on purpose. My roommate kind of
I was gonna
tricked
say,
me.
didn't she just like hand you
Yeah, she so yeah,
hers?
so it was her first time ever going downtown. I think she had just recently turned 21. I don't remember. But it was her first time ever going downtown, and she obviously, if you're going to touch your first time, you have to have a rail, and so she had hers, and she told me later, like the next day, that the second she had it, she didn't want it anymore. But she was too afraid to like be like, "Ew, this is nasty," so she didn't want to say anything. She just like pretended to drink it, and then as so Tots, for people listening, it's a bar, but it's more like a club. There's like a dance floor kind of thing, and so we were on the dance floor, and I had drank basically my entire one. It was gone, and then at some point she takes my drink and replaces it with hers. And I'm drunk at that point, so I just like I'm drinking whatever's in front of me. And so I went through one, and then she gave me another one, and I had about like half of it.
And then you threw up on the porch.
Yeah, I I had to sit down in a chair for 2 hours because the room was spinning so bad, and then I threw up, and then I threw up in the bar. I threw up when I got home. I also had to sit in the parking lot of our apartment complex for another hour because I couldn't walk. It was bad.
God.
I don't recommend it. It was so bad. Like I've actually, I'm like terrified to get that drunk again. Like it's actually scary. Like I don't want to feel that ever again. Like it was that feeling. Like I remember because it was weird because like a lot of the times, like when at least when I get drunk, like my body doesn't work, but also like my mind's kind of fucked up. But like this time my body was screwed. Like I couldn't do anything because like my balance was off and everything. But like my mind was completely okay. Like I could have done
No,
calculus.
you were like me. When I end up getting drunk, my body is completely absolutely fucked, but mentally I'm still there, but I
Hmm.
cannot like I struggle to speak and my hand-eye coordination and my walking ability is horrible.
That's exactly what happened to me. Like it was bad.
I I just whenever I get that drunk, I just hope that somebody just, walks me
I
to like a bed and I'm just,
I,
oh,
I was literally sitting in the bar. I
sleep.
was sitting in the bar at the table, like doing the whole prayer, like Lord, if you make this go away, I won't drink again. I swear, I swear to God.
It's I don't know. If I end up getting the thing is I'm so much smaller than you.
It
That
is
rail
fair.
might that rail might fuck me,
You
honestly.
you
I might be blackout
honestly
by that singular
most
drink.
like ever since then I've never had one by oh that's I guess that's also a lie. I had one by myself not too long ago, but I didn't finish it because I dropped it. Uh, But
Oh,
no, most of the time
a
when I
blessing in disguise.
yeah, honestly, but most of the time when I get it, I share it with somebody. So like we're passing it back and forth. So I'm having like half of it.
All
So it's not
right,
that
so it
bad.
sounds like so it sounds like we're sharing it then.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's more reasonable than me drinking a whole one. Because I might honestly like be fucked if I drank one by myself. Like I would be dead. Like you'd have to be carrying my body to the hospital at that point. Um, but my best friend and my family, we're going down to Disney on my birthday. We're going to Epcot, and I'm gonna drink around the world. That is what we are doing on my birthday. And I've seen videos on TikTok of people doing like the drinking around the world thing, and it's so funny because you see them get through like 3 drinks and they're like fine. They're just like having fun still. But they get to like the fourth, fifth, sixth drink and they're like, what drink are we on? What world? What part of the world are we at?
I hope they're not like writing anything.
There's not really in
I
Epcot.
mean, Epcot there's not, but
There's not really any rides in Epcot. So
there's a couple though.
there's a few. The thing is like, as my mom keeps telling me, she's like, well, you can't get belligerently drunk because otherwise they'll kick you out. And I was like, I'm not going to get belligerently drunk in a fucking public space.
Especially at Disney World. If you're belligerently drunk at Disney, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, like, being at a club and being belligerently drunk, fine. But like Disney World,
not at Tots. I just want to tell you that if you're belligerently drunk,
say,
they
Tots,
they will kick you. They have multiple bodyguards who like stand around. There was actually a video. There was a video the other day of the bodyguards having to like wrestle this dude out. It was kind of bad. But
see,
side note.
But like being like more drunk in like a space like a bar or something, I like okay, but
it's more acceptable.
Right, but like at Disney World, like the thing is like I know when to stop. Like I know my limit. Kyle is also a lightweight, so even though he's taller and he weighs slightly more than me, he's pretty much like on the same level as me. Because for the most part, I'm a lightweight in terms of like it takes more for me to drink because I've been drinking for most of my life. As sad as that is to say. But I'm still really tiny. Like I'm not even 115 pounds. So, you know, it doesn't take much to knock me the fuck down. And it doesn't take much to knock him down. So I know my limit. So I know Kyle's limit. And I know once we hit that limit, we're tapping out. Because we're still supposed to... That's, like, supposed to be the second day of the vacation, is me getting, you know, hammered in Epcot. And then, you know, I have the rest of vacation where I can also drink, too. Like, I don't have to get smashed on my birthday to, like, horrific extremes. My sister is like, oh, we should go, like, bar hopping in Disney Springs, like, the shopping area. So, like... you know, you get the full experience of being hammered on your birthday. And I was like, I have no interest in that at all. I have no interest in going around and getting absolutely just gobsmacked in public like that. I'm fine with being, like, drunk or even, like, buzzed and, like, whatever. But, like, being the drunk like we were talking about, that's a pass.
Oh, it's embarrassing. Like, I was, like... having to sit because like I said, Tots is more like a club than it is a bar. So like having to sit like at a table and like pray to God that I stop being drunk. It's low key embarrassing, and then also not to mention when I threw up, it was also embarrassing.
Right. Like I would never want to be that drunk in a public space. Like I just wouldn't. Like even at like a bar or something like that. As much as I say like, oh, it's more tolerable at bars. No,
It's still embarrassing. Like it's more tolerable just because it makes more sense. Like, oh, you're at a bar, that's why you're belligerently drunk. But
yeah, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm not gonna do the classic American style of being blackout drunk on my birthday. It's not really my thing. I don't really enjoy that kind of stuff. And I doubt my family will even let me. So, despite them all being alcoholics. So, whatever. Um, Otherwise, I don't really have anything else to like look forward to because I don't have like any major plans for the rest of the year. I wrote like, oh, maybe getting a new job
Hmm.
because that's been something I've been talking about for a while is like maybe quitting my job and finding a new one. But I don't really know what I want to do. I don't have a college degree
Yet. Third time's the charm.
yet. Well, that was the other thing. I said, "Oh, a new education question mark going back to school." The issue is like if I did go back to school, I'd have to discuss it with my parents, and then my parents are also going to be like, "Haha, third time's your charm, am I right?" Despite the fact that literally no one in my family besides my sister has gone to college, so I don't listen to their bullshit. I don't listen to them. But I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't particularly.
I mean, it's also only. Oh, I say it's only May, but like we have
It's
7 months.
June is I was gonna say June is halfway through the
Yeah,
fucking
but I
year.
mean, still, that's 6 months. That's a while.
A lot could happen. I mean, fuck. It's been 4 months and a bunch of shit's happened in my life. Who knows? Within the span of 2 months, maybe something will happen in your life.
Probably not.
Something's gotta happen. I can't have all the fun over here. What other shit do you have to complain about? You said you had shit to complain about
Oh,
earlier.
it's so I was more thinking about it. So just for reference, we have been trying to like record this for weeks now.
Yeah.
We keep saying like, oh yeah, we'll do it tonight, and then like one of us will like just not
Mainly,
show up.
mainly me.
Mainly you, yeah, we'll just like not show
Mainly me
up,
being like, I
or
can't.
just like text back and be like, I don't wanna, and whatever. But no, it was a few weeks. So I'm already like gonna get canceled. I still watch Shane Dawson videos. I know it's fucking absolutely terrible. Um,
God.
yeah, I kind of hate myself for it. But I don't know. I've watched him since I was little, so it's like one of those things where it's like still, I guess like nostalgic entertainment.
Yeah.
But like he's been releasing these videos that have no substance whatsoever, and it's like it just annoyed me. Like when we were thinking about recording this video, like or recording this thing weeks ago, he had like just released this like hour-long video that
Are you talking about
the
the
conspiracy
content, the conspiracy theory of
of white private
non-name
labeling. Yeah,
brand? Yeah.
it was an hour-long video about so like I thought like because like the title says conspiracy theories with an S, and I was like, oh, like he's just gonna talk about private labeling for like 10 minutes, which I mean like I guess if you don't know what private labeling is, like it could be like shocking, but it's not like I feel like everyone knows. Like you go to the store and you see like, oh, they have Doritos right here for $5, but I can buy great value uh like triangle yellow chip for $2. Ooh, and they're the same thing. Like they might taste slightly different, but they're the same thing. But no, he makes an entire hour long video about this. And then like the climax of the video is him going to he rents out a hotel room with his husband boyfriend and eats the food.
Okay.
Then that's it. And
That's it.
it pissed like it just made me mad. Like I was watching. Well, first of all, I didn't finish the video. I got like 20% of the way through, and I was like, "There's no way he's making an hour long video about this, right?" And no, I was wrong. But then I ended up seeing someone else did like a reaction to it, and they also didn't get through the whole video. They ended up skipping to the end, and it's just him eating food. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just agitated me. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what I had to complain about.
Well, I was gonna say going back and looking at like Shane Dawson's content because what he popped the fuck off, was it during like the
It was
pandemic?
during the pandemic, like right before.
He kind of popped off a bit.
He was making all
But
those like documentary things.
the thing is like if you really watch them, like you said, they don't really have any substance to them.
And then like some of them like
Like the mind of Jake Paul,
Yeah,
that
like
whole
those
series,
ones.
it was like 8 fucking episodes, and you're like, oh, I gotta know something by the end of this, right? You don't learn shit.
I
You don't
mean,
learn shit about Jake Paul.
you just learned that like Jake Paul is like just an asshole.
Yeah, like he's just a fucking
But I mean,
dick.
I
And
can tell
the
you that without watching the video. Like,
right, exactly. The entire time he like, what was it? Him and like that fake fucking. She's not even a psychiatrist. She's not even a psychologist.
hmm
She's like a therapist, and they're like, he's a
a sociopath.
sociopath,
Yeah.
or he's a psychopath, and you're just like, I was sitting there and I was like, no, no, he's not. He's just a fucking asshole and a fucking
I
dick
mean, he was
and
he
a
was just a
narcissistic piece of
he was
shit.
just a young guy with money. Like it happens to the best of them. A lot of young dudes when they get money, they act like that. Justin Bieber did. Jake Paul did. Like just I don't know. It's just that one video. It was just like because like at least like those videos were like slightly entertaining. Like the jet.
Well, that's the thing is like he makes no substance videos, but they're very entertaining and well edited. Like he should get an award for that, honestly.
But no, the thing he released. Like I say, it just agitated me enough, and I was like, you know what? If we have nothing else to talk about, I'll just vent for a minute because it actually just annoyed me. But no, I still I need to stop. I shouldn't watch Shane Dawson videos.
Well, didn't he do 2 series with Jeffree Star?
He's done like three. He did
Has he?
he did one. I'm trying to remember because like he did the really popular one with the palette, the makeup palette,
Yep.
and then he did like another one that was like I guess like the
That was
story of
after.
Jeffree Star where like he like went through like Jeffrey like he like went to Jeffrey's like factory and learned like how it's done and then like they talked about Jeffrey's childhood and all that stuff. And then he did another one after the makeup one where he went to because Jeffree Star lives in like Wyoming or Nebraska,
Oh my
one of
god, you're
those
fucking
yeah,
right.
one of
Yeah, I
those
didn't
like
even see this
western
one.
states. And he like went out there and that also had no substance whatsoever. But it was at least entertaining because I watched it.
I didn't even see that he did that. Holy shit. Wow. He's really milking it, huh? Wow.
He
Yeah,
honestly might be running out
podcast
of money,
too.
like being honest, because like
I don't think he is because I just looked over on Shane too, which is the Dawson podcast,
hmm
and like he makes about nearly 1 million views per video. And they're like hour-long podcasts. So I don't think he's not making money. I think he's making plenty of fucking money.
well, they might not be monetized. Cause like
Oh,
didn't he lose monetization when he got canceled?
hmm.
Cause like
That I
YouTube's been doing that with people who get canceled. They'll demonetize them.
I feel like most I don't know.
He's richer than
I
me.
feel
I don't
like
care.
he's
Like
I was going to say he's richer than both of us.
he has
But
two
I'm sure
houses. I don't give
he
a shit.
probably appealed. He probably appealed for that shit too. I know fucking YouTube allows that where they're like, "Oh, we'll give you a second chance." Like, okay, bitch. It's not as if Ryland probably doesn't make money either. I mean, he doesn't make as many views as um Shane or anything like that, but he definitely makes money. He makes about 4 to 500,000 views per video on his channel. So Ryland's making money. Damn.
Can't relate. Still poor. Damn, maybe I should make obscene jokes on the internet.
Speaking of Jake Paul, what the fuck is he doing?
Boxing.
Is he boxing? Is that all he's doing
hmm
now?
Yeah, he boxes, and then Logan is in the WWE and has that Prime Water or Prime Energy, whatever it is.
I was gonna say him and KSI at Prime,
Yeah,
right?
and they've made so much money.
Damn.
Sigh, still poor.
Hmm.
You know, I just
Crazy.
like I just it irked me, and I wanted to complain. That's what this is for anyway. I just complain. So you got anything else? Because I don't.
No, no, I'm just looking, seeing what Logan Paul is doing. It said KSI left Prime. Why do I highly doubt that?
Probably not. No, they're making too much. He didn't leave. They're just trying to stir up controversy.
I mean, at least Logan Paul has the Impulsive podcast.
That one's also like
Kind of eh. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, it's probably one of the better things that either of the Paul brothers have done. And this motherfucker's filmed a dead body in the
in the woods of Japan.
In the literal suicide forest, like, well known to be the suicide forest. But hey, yeah, that's all I got. I got nothing else. Yeah, I guess. I guess we'll see you all next week.
Okay,
whenever.
that's
Hey, I'm speaking it into existence.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to it, but I doubt it.
Oh my god. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Adios.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good evening.